Hey, aloha everyone. It's Flash here with the United 808 Podcast, Episode 3. It's a special Christmas edition. Happy holidays, everybody. Joining me soon, Kalani Werner. We're going to talk about all the great things that UPW did in 2023, as well as look forward to the future and what 2024 holds for all of us. Hope you enjoy. Aloha, everyone, and welcome back to the United 808 Podcast. This is Episode 3. I'm your host, Flash, along with, of course, our fearless leader, Kalani. Kalani, happy holidays.
Happy holidays, brother.
The end of the year, always a time to reflect, a time to look forward as well. But let's start by looking back at, there was so many good things that UPW was able to accomplish this year.
2023, it's coming to an end, and it was a roller coaster for us. The up and down for UPW it's been emotional. And we kicked things off in the beginning of the year with that strike. We went through how many different troubles and hardship with our membership during that time. But the important part of that era of 2023 is we got to remember is it was the members standing up to the employer, putting our foot down and showing that we weren't going to just get steamrolled over. And they sent a strong message to them. Then as the year progressed on, we went through more hardship with our membership. We had the wildfires. We had a few storms come through the state. But in the end, the family grew stronger. And we grew stronger together as one. And as we move forward, it's going to look like a bright 2024.
In some ways, I mean, it's hard to believe that strike was this year. It seems so long ago, right? But at the same time, I felt like the resolution of that strike sort of set the table for UPW for the entire rest of the year.
It really did. It showed solidarity and just coming together. And that was the whole message that we wanted to make sure members knew. Is this union is ran by membership now. And that's what we want to take this direction with.
Huge increase in membership this year. It'd be hard for me to believe that the success of the resolution of the strike didn't play a part in that as well. Membership has been really trending up lately.
You know what? Since 2018, that was something we've always tracked ever since the Janus decision, that we kept track of the membership sign up. And for the first time since 2018, we broke the 1,000 mark of members signed up. And it's only progressing even more as more and more members are seeing that to make a union work, you have to start with the family, and you got to put family first. And that's what the important message here is. And we are growing, and it's an unmarkable speed. Something our international ASHME actually recognized us in late September when we had a conference up there, that we were the third fastest growing in the nation. And it was
Hold on. Don't just gloss over that. Third fastest growing union in the entire country, UPW.
They broke it down by percentage of increase. And besides Nebraska and Texas being ahead of us, we came into third. But it's something that's sitting with me that we're going to have to beat those Cornhuskers and Longhorns come around. I think our Warriors got a chance.
Obviously, increased membership means increased staffing as well, right?
That was actually our vision from the get-go, and it's been rocking and rolling. The members have actually seen it. We have a standing policy that if a member calls, that the staff has 24 hours to return that call. Understand, it is a busy schedule. We have a lot going on, and everyone's concern should be our number one priority. And the members see it when they do get the return calls, when they get the site visits. Our staff goes into the base yards just to say hi, see what's going on. They're not there just for an investigation. It's that presence that makes a difference. And that was the whole purpose of the increase of staff. Now, as a member from before, it was a long-standing joke that we had a cesspool of turnovers, if you would say. Staff would come on 3-4 months, they would move on to someplace else because it's a high stress job, a lot going on. And it was only brought to my attention recently that our Oahu division field for the year of 2022 going into 2023, they lost no staff. It's the same staff still going. It's a strong message showing that they're here and they're committed to the fight and to fight on behalf of the members.
So while basically every other business, every other industry, staffing problems across the board, I can't go anywhere and not see now hiring sign and you go, oh, what are you hiring for? They say literally everything. But UPW, no staff turnover.
None right now. We're doing good. That's the focus of, as a administrator for this union, I got to be able to establish what I've always wanted in my workplace. And you go back to the same message, is if you're working as one family, working as one to provide a service, you're good.
And the awards this year have backed it up, right? Not just the AFSCME, but the Honolulu Star Advertisers People Choice Award, top local union.
You know what? To be honored to be recognized for our first time in our union history, to be up in the same ranks as HGA and HSTA really says something. To first year coming into play, and we're really taking ownership of this union, and to be recognized by the advertiser for that really says something. That the vision that we had when we took over is working, and we're moving forward.
And the lack of staff turnover, that continuity helps, right? Plus, of course, the leadership at the top.
It's an all-part team. It's not only the leadership of myself, but with my board and also with my staff, and then true membership. Because everything is only possible with the member in the workplace, who's the first contact, the member leader, the chief steward, then goes up to the board, goes up through my staff, and it comes to me. If any of those parts aren't working together, the engine just falls apart.
Let's talk about a few specific successes that we can point to, in particular, the judiciary temporary hazard pay. I know we talked about that a little bit before, but remind everybody again about that.
Well, so, what's important is with these settlements that we achieved, there was key things that we want to stress to the members. One is the percentage that was awarded for those two settlements were real clear that long as you was at work, your straight time, you're gaining the percentage. Two is even if you got promoted, you moved on, or you quit, or you got fired, or even retired, you're still made whole and you got your check. And then what's more importantly is the paper check, something our members really like. As a member myself, when you get 5 overtimes on a paycheck, you see that Uncle Sam takes his cut, of course. And if this lump sum was to ever come along and jump onto your paycheck, you'll lose your whole paycheck to this lump sum. And we don't want our members to have to take a penalty just to be able to get what was originally theirs. And that's what's so important about the judiciary settlement. It followed in line to the letter of what the Maui settlement was, agreement. And as we move forward, this is what we see going forward with the other settlements or awards that we get through arbitration, whatever it may be. But that's what we're seeking, is everyone's made whole.
And speaking of arbitration, there are some hearings going on right now that I know you can't get into everything in too much detail, but at least an update for everyone.
In our last round of Section 8s, our large Section 8s, I made sure the members understood what was going to be happening. That judiciary was settling, SHOPO was going to be coming out with an agreement, and then to keep the eyes on the counties. And that's actually what's been playing out right now. Just this past week, SHOPO announced their winnings, and the counties were still working and pushing hard to see if we can come to an agreement. But that's what we foresee. The bigger beast in the background that's just sitting there looking at us in the corner in the shadows, that's the state. That's going to be a Tyson versus Holyfield fight. There's going to be a whole bunch of biting and scratching.
Hey, which one are you in this scenario? You got both your ears?
Yeah, I got both my ears. I'm good. I'm not playing dirty.
All right. It is, of course, the holidays, and you've been doing some great stuff with the Blue Collar Christmas program. Tell us a little bit about that.
Our Blue Christmas program, like I shared with the members, coming in and seeing that United Public Workers didn't have a community outreach program was real hurtful on my part. I couldn't believe that it wasn't something that should have been steamrolling before I got here. So what we look for is we want to be able to give back to the communities, give back to the younger generations so they can have a better holiday season. And that's why we started working with Catholic Charities. We figure if anyone should get a brighter Christmas, it would be kids in foster care. Me and my wife are foster parents for years. And we see day in and day out the hardship the kids go through. So we knew that would be the perfect partnership right there with Catholic Charities. And we just wrapped up this past weekend because this year we're actually going statewide. And this past weekend we had on the island of Kauai and Maui. And it was just some beautiful event showing what our members are capable of doing. The keikis and their guardians, their foster parents came out. And, on a side note, that's the true heroes here, not us putting these events on. The foster parents that open up their homes. That's the guys.
So that is you then.
Yeah. They were the real heroes, but those individuals should have been recognized. But these events is these kids come in, they have activities for the day, gingerbread man, cookie decorations, ornament decorations. They have just a fun time. And then our members had their wish list. And I can actually say that UPW, our members have big, big hearts. Unbelievable. These kids had 3 wish items. I want to say almost 80% of these kids got their whole wish list from our members.
Wow.
It's just an unbelievable turnout, a true Christmas giving. And that's why Maui and Kauai was a success. Coming up, we have Oahu. And in the middle of the month, we're closing up in Hilo.
If it's not too late, can people still donate their time or gifts to the Blue Collar Christmas?
It's beautiful because you never think this would be a problem, but we actually had too many volunteers.
Really? Wow.
Our members came out strong.
Man,
it was
incredible.
beautiful, but we encourage it. We want as much as we can out there. So if you're free and you want to come by, come on by. What also helps is when you bring your keikis too, because it helps the foster kids get out of their shells when other kids are running around and having fun. And we saw that on Kauai with a group of kids playing together. And it really was a special event.
That is, I love that. So Christmas, essentially that's like, okay, 2023 is POW and looking forward to 2024. I know there's a lot on your plate. There's a lot that UPW wants to accomplish and is going to accomplish. And tell us a little bit about that.
Like I said, 2023 was a roller coaster. And I'm talking 58 State Fair Wildcat roller coaster. I'm going to tell you this right now. 2024 is going to be Knott's Berry Farm roller coaster. It's going to be even more crazy. It's an unbelievable year. It's a pack year.
Yeah, stay away from the zipper.
Yeah, it's the old school Gaveltron where you're just holding on to dear life. The best part is we're kicking the year off proper. We're going into our unit elections. We're electing new chief stewards. Some chief stewards are going to still hold their position. We're looking for those strong advocates to step up and represent the members. First point of contact is always a member in the base yard. And that's why the important person we find is the individual who has everyone's best interests at heart. And that's why we're starting off 2024 is looking for those individuals.
Yeah. And we talked about this at length in our very first episode of United 808. So if you want to really do a deeper dive on that, go back and listen to or watch episode 1. But a big question, and we talked about this before, is if I'm just a regular UPW member and I want to get nominated, I want to put myself out there, how does a typical union member go about that?
A member of the unit can nominate anyone within the unit. So even a member like myself, I could nominate myself as the chief steward. You can do that. Or you can get one of your coworkers to do it. That's the important thing to stress. It has to be a member of the unit, of the base yard, to actually nominate that person.
Okay. And again, I highly encourage people to go back and listen to, in particular, that first episode. There's some great stories in that. And just again, I know we've touched on this before, but why is it so important for union members to step up into these positions?
To me, there's so much going on. There's the fact that you're a part of the negotiation committee. You're the first point of contact and consultation. But it's the person that's going to bring solidarity in the base yard. I can do as much as I can from the outside, but in the base yard, in the unit, it's these individuals that's going to grow strength and within. And that's why we have to find these guys that's willing to step up. It's a tough position to hold. It really is, because this is the individual also the employer goes after. But that's why you have these big bulldogs sitting on the side waiting for help.
Big bulldogs.
We got to make sure we always protect each other, and we got to be on each other's back. But that's why when these individuals who get elected as chief stewards, they know the union has to be there to back them.
And again, just for anybody listening, just looking back and highlighting 2023, what do you think are the key takeaways from this past year?
From 2023, if I want to look back and say key, anything key, I want to say the advocacy that we have fought for. We've had strong wins in our grievances, our arbitration and court cases. Seeing things that were just laying stagnant, that were 6-7 years old and just sitting there not being resolved, pushing them through, making sure arbitrators make decisions, making sure they're going through court and getting their due process. I think that's one of the strongest things we got to highlight, that these process shouldn't be taking that long. It should be something as a priority, pushing through, and a member shouldn't be sitting in the dark waiting for a resolve.
Need the tush push for that one. And we got the biggest bulldog for that.
The Philadelphia tush push.
Any holiday wishes for everybody out there?
Yeah, you know, let me just say this. Recently, I lost a good friend, a coworker of mine at UPWC, Sam Vauifi, a good man, family man, advocate in the water, loved in the water, a strong union member. I gotta stress to everybody that when your loved ones leave the house, make sure you share with them how much you care about them, how much you love them. You never know when's the last time you're going to see that individual. So when the holiday season come around, just make sure you're able to spend a few moments with your family, share how much you love with them. No matter how important it is to be able to provide for them and care for them, pay the bills, it's every so often that love you that makes a difference. So you get a chance, make sure you share with your family how much you love them.
I'm going to give you the biggest hug after this. If I can get my arms around you.
Awkward.
Any final thoughts that you want to leave everybody with for this year?
2023 is being wrapped up. We're going to put this behind us. I can say we're growing stronger as a family. Like I said, 2024, as we look forward, not only the elections for the chief steward, we have a whole bunch of negotiations open up for the next contract. We have elections for myself. I got to make sure I stay employed. There's just unbelievable. Again, you got to be a member of the unit. It's a lot going on. And as we grow, it's just going to be an awesome. One of the things I think I got to just point out is our growth on social media, our growth on our website. Communication has been doing an outstanding job getting the message out there. And we're just trying to get more and more people involved to be able to hear it.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've done that in 2023, right? So let's just build on that for 2024.
Yeah, we just got to figure out more ways to get the family involved, more opportunities to get them out there. And that's all it's about.
Yeah. Thank you, Kalani. It's Flash. On behalf of Kalani, I want to say happy holidays, everybody. Hope you and yours have a good one.
Merry Christmas.